All right, we're climbing the ladder here to try a new summer apple. All right, so this is a new summer seedling apple. This is actually the third year it's fruited, but this is the first year I've gotten quite a bit of decent fruit. It's always ripened in August. I'd say it's a little even earlier this year. I had two today and they seemed overripe. All right, so this is an open pollinated seedling of Wixen. Let's just pick one and see what it's like. I've already named this jujube because it tastes like a jujube, and like a jujube, it has almost no acid. It's like super sweet, similar to Muscat divinus, and it also has quite a bit of the umami flavor of Wixen. Not as strong as some apples, but it's definitely there. So it could be very useful for breeding early summer apples with umami flavor. Yeah, it's a little overripe. This year it may have been more like a July apple. It's a lot overripe. This is probably like on the large side of what they're capable of getting. Yeah, this one's a little less ripe. Like a lot of these savory umami apples, it doesn't have like a heap and helping of aromatic flavors at all. But I'm still pretty compelled to eat this. Even with the low acid, I'm not crazy about jujubes. I was just talking to Eliza Greenman and telling her about this apple, and she's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of jujubes or the flavor. I'm not either, really. But yeah, for some reason, I kind of want to eat this. I'll do a sugar test on this so we can get like a idea of what the sugar levels are. I don't know. I think there could be some potential use for this, but also in breeding, like especially for breeding early summer umami apples. Another apple that tastes even more like a jujube is Trailman down there. That would be one potential thing, is to cross this with Trailman and get like an early crab style apple that's has a significant umami flavor and high sugar. If this has high sugar, it tastes very sweet, but that could be the low acid. Yeah, but two of these are just overripe. Beyond that, I'm not sure. But I just ate that, and if there were more here, I'd still be eating them. If they were like this one or a little bit less ripe especially, I'd probably just sit here and eat a bunch of them. And that, that tells you something. You're too lazy to climb all the way up. What? You want something? Another specimen of that. Maybe this one's less ripe. It's harder to get off the tree. Well, that's one thing I'd say about this variety so far. It seems to hang on to the tree well. This is in no way a crisp apple. So it only tested out at 15% sugar. A lot of places that would be really high. Here it's not high. Although for a summer apple, it might be decent. So I think the reason this is compelling and I want to eat it, even though the flesh is soft and otherwise there's a lot of ways in which it's not great, it's the umami, it's the savory quality. It just has a way of making you want to chase after it. For now, I'm just keeping an eye on it. Fruit it more years, eat it more years, maybe think about breeding. Down here in the trial rows, I have the Williams Pride Vixen crosses, which have similar genetics with the umami flavor and the Wixen line. So crossing this back to some of those might be good. And I've already done that. I did that last year, I remember. So especially if any of those that turn out to be early, but even if they're not super early, they still have that Williams Pride early genetic going on. Because I just want more of these savory apples in all seasons. So just getting those genetics worked into lines for now is an accomplishment. She wants her dinner. All right, princess, let's go. What, you're just gonna sit there? Come on. Fine.